Here's something that's going to mess with your head a little. Some of the most educated, hardworking, well-read people in America are quietly struggling with money right now. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because the very thing that makes them smart is also the thing keeping them broke. That sounds backwards, I know. But stick with me, because once you see this, you literally cannot unsee it. Think about someone you know. Maybe it's a friend from college, maybe it's you. Someone who reads books, listens to podcasts, knows the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA, talks about investing at dinner parties, and yet, somehow, their bank account tells a completely different story. That gap between knowing and doing, between intelligence and wealth, that's what we're digging into today. And I promise you, the answer is not what most finance YouTube channels are going to tell you. So, here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say out loud. Smart people fail financially, not because of ignorance, but because of how they think. See, most financial advice assumes that if you just know the right things, you'll do the right things. Learn the steps, follow the formula, get rich. Simple, right? But here's the strange part. That's not how the human brain works. At all. There's a term in psychology called the intention-action gap. It basically means this. Knowing what you should do and actually doing it are two completely separate things happening in two completely different parts of your brain. And smart people? They're especially vulnerable to this trap, because intelligence gives you an incredible ability to rationalize, to explain away your bad decisions, to build a story in your head that makes everything you're doing sound reasonable, even when your bank account is screaming otherwise. Let me give you a real example. Meet Marcus. Marcus has a master's degree. He earns $95,000 a year. He knows he should be saving more. He's read 3 personal finance books. He has a budgeting app on his phone. Marcus also has $400 in savings and $18,000 in credit card debt. What's going on with Marcus? Because on paper, Marcus should be fine. What's going on with Marcus, and honestly, with a lot of us, comes down to a few specific mental traps that smart people fall into harder than anyone else. Trap 1. The complexity trap. Smart people love complexity. It's almost like a personality trait. Simple things feel beneath them. So when it comes to money, instead of just automating $500 a month into savings, they spend 6 months researching the perfect investment strategy. They're watching videos about options trading. They're reading about tax loss harvesting. And while they're doing all that research, they're doing nothing. Because doing nothing feels safer than making an imperfect move. But here's what most people don't realize. A basic, boring, simple financial plan that you actually follow will always beat a perfect financial plan that lives in your head. Warren Buffett said it best. You don't need to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. You just need to do ordinary things consistently. Trap 2. The future self-illusion. This one's sneaky, really sneaky. Smart people are great at planning, so they tell themselves, I'll start investing seriously when I get my raise. Or once I pay off this card, I'll get on track. Or the classic, I'll figure out my finances after I get through this busy season. There's actually neuroscience behind why this feels so rational. When you imagine your future self, the part of your brain that activates is the same part that activates when you think about a stranger. Literally, a stranger. Your brain does not fully connect the future you with the present you. So when you're sacrificing your future self's financial security for your present comfort, it feels a little like sacrificing someone you barely know. And smart people are especially good at building elaborate timelines that justify pushing the hard work into the future. But here's the thing. The future always arrives, and it always arrives faster than you think. Trap 3. The income delusion. And this is where everything changes. There's a belief buried deep inside a lot of high earners that says, more income will fix this. If I could just make more, all my money problems would disappear. So they grind, they hustle, they chase the promotion, and then the raise comes. And you know what happens? Lifestyle inflation. The car gets a little nicer. The apartment gets a little bigger. The dinners get a little more expensive. And somehow, despite earning more than they've ever earned in their lives, they feel just as broke as before. There's a word for this. It's called the hedonic treadmill. And studies consistently show that once you're past a certain income level, more money doesn't make you meaningfully more secure. It just gives you more expensive problems. The shocking part is, this isn't a willpower issue. It's a design issue. Our brains are literally wired to adapt to new normals as fast as possible. That's why winning the lottery doesn't make you happy forever. And that's why the raise you work 2 years for stops feeling special about 4 weeks after you get it. So what are people who actually build wealth doing differently? Here's the thing. It's almost never what you'd expect. It's not some secret investment. It's not a side hustle. It's not even discipline in the traditional sense. It's systems over willpower. People who build wealth quietly, and I mean the ones who retire early, who aren't stressed about money, who have options, they don't rely on motivation. They don't wake up every day fired up to be financially responsible. They design their life so that the smart financial move is also the path of least resistance. Automatic transfers to savings accounts. Retirement contributions set to auto-increase. Spending money going into a separate account so it's already gone before they can think about it. They take the decision out of the equation entirely. Because here's what very few people understand. Every financial decision you make manually is a decision you might make wrong. Tired, emotional, stressed, impulsive humans make bad financial decisions. Automated systems don't. They buy time, not things. The second pattern? People who build wealth consistently spend money on things that give them back time and mental energy, so they can use that time and energy to create more value. They outsource the lawn. They pay for a better commute. They don't spend 3 hours fighting a $40 subscription cancellation. They're not being lazy. They're being strategic. Meanwhile, the person who's broke is often the one who's price comparing everything for hours, clipping coupons obsessively, spending enormous amounts of mental energy saving tiny amounts of money, while the bigger financial picture completely falls apart. And the third pattern? They treat learning like action. This one hits different for smart people. There's a seductive feeling you get when you're consuming information, reading, watching, listening. It feels like progress. It gives you a little dopamine hit. You feel like you're moving forward. But information without implementation is just entertainment. The most financially successful people I've ever observed share one habit. They consume less, but they apply more. They learn one thing, they implement it immediately, and then they go find the next thing to learn, not the other way around. Okay, so what do you actually do with all of this? First, automate before you think. This week, not next month, not after you figure out your budget. This week, set up one automatic transfer, even if it's $50 a month into a high-yield savings account. The amount doesn't matter right now. The habit does. You're teaching your brain and your bank account a new default. Second, name your future self. This sounds weird, but it works. Write down who your future self is in 10 years. What are they doing? What do they own? What are they free from? Research shows that when people feel connected to their future self, they make dramatically better financial decisions today. That stranger becomes real. Third, find your one leak. Not all your leaks. Just one. The one spending pattern that, if you changed it, would actually move the needle. For most people, it's one recurring thing. Subscriptions they forgot about, restaurants that became habits, a car payment that's quietly eating their financial future. Find the one thing, just one, and change that. Because here's the truth. You don't need a perfect financial life. You need a better one. And better starts with one decision made today that your future self will thank you for. Here's what I want you to walk away with. Being smart doesn't protect you from being broke. In fact, sometimes it makes it worse, because smart people are better at lying to themselves. The person who changes their financial life isn't usually the person who reads the most books or listens to the most podcasts. It's the person who gets tired of being right about money in theory while struggling with it in practice. At some point, you have to stop being a student of wealth and start being a practitioner of it. Knowledge without action is just a very expensive hobby. And the life you want, the freedom, the options, the security, that's not on the other side of more information. It's on the other side of a decision you keep putting off. So make it today. If this hit different for you, if you found yourself nodding at any part of that, then you're exactly who the Money Mind Hub is built for. Subscribe. Because understanding money isn't just about earning more, it's about thinking differently. And that's what we do here every single week.